All right, Mr. Thomas. Well, our customers tell us that they appreciate understanding what caused these problems to begin with in regards to your crawl space and all the water and moisture that I found down there. There are three main causes for that. One is going to be moisture being pulled in. The second one is going to be crawl space rain, and the third one is going to be inadequate ground cover. So I want to play this video for real quick that's going to save us a lot of time and help us better understand what's going on and why that happened to begin with. So what do you think of that video? It's pretty educational, right? Was there anything that was unclear about it, or was there anything that I can help kind of elaborate more and bring any clarification to? Okay, sounds like you got it. Great. So I just wanted to review a few things just to make sure that we're on the same page. So one of the first causes is going to be moisture being pulled in to this crawl space. So historically we had these crawl space vents, and the thought was if we have these vents, that dry air from outside will be pulled into the crawl space and dry out the crawl space itself. But unfortunately, it actually caused the opposite effect. It would pull in moisture and then trap the moisture in there and causing it to be very damp. And where there's damp and moist in air, fungi can grow. The second main cause is the crawl space rain. So that moisture that gets drawn in will either evaporate, go to the top of the crawl space, which is actually your floor framing system, and then start to drip down. Another cause of that could be your AC system and the ducting. When that gets cold and you run it and it's warm outside, it can cause precipitation, and then that can also start to drip, ground, evaporate, and kind of repeat that cycle as well. And the third one is improper ground cover. So in order to meet code when they're building homes, they have to put some kind of coverage. So usually they put this 6 mil plastic all over the ground. They don't do a very good job at installing it. And as I showed you some of your pictures, a lot of that is torn up, spots are exposed. So it's kind of rendered useless at that point. Historically, there have been a few options that contractors have used to try to attempt to fix this problem. And for those four causes, well, I should say the first cause isn't done by the contractor, it's actually by the homeowner, and that's to do what we've been doing up to this point, which is nothing, to ignore the problem and then just hope that it got better. But I think we can agree, the fact that I'm here and the fact that you're with me listening to this and having me inspected means you're done doing nothing and you want to do something. Does that sound correct? Yeah, I would agree as well. Just I had mentioned before, another option that historically people had done was to use 6 mil plastic. That's what's down there now, and it's roughly the thickness of two trash bags kind of put together. Not very durable, not long lasting, not a permanent solution by any means. And currently failing, so it's not even working right now. Another historical option was to put sand in fans. The thought was if we can put sand on the ground and put fans to circulate the air, that would dry it out. Unfortunately, that doesn't work either, because even in the most dry, hot, sandy deserts, water still appears because water will seep up through the ground, and then the fans actually, instead of pushing the air out, it actually just circulates the air, almost feeding that fungi in that environment for that to grow, which you probably agree that that's not ideal and what you want down there. Then the next one would be a spray foam. They would come in and put spray foam underneath your floor framing system to try to protect that system from the moisture itself. Unfortunately, that will, if it's not properly dried out, that'll just keep the moisture inside there, and also prevents you from being able to do any maintenance on any electrical or plumbing that might be in there, as well as hiding any pest infestations like termites, which we don't want either. And then one of the last options was using improper or partial encapsulation. So they would come along and see maybe only one or two walls were a little bit damp, and so they would try to to insulate just those specific areas. And if you do not encapsulate the entire area properly, it's just going to be rendered ineffective, because then that problem just spreads to the other walls and you're left back with the same solution. So again, all 4 of those are not permanent solutions. Some of them are not solutions at all, and some of them are just band-aids. But the good news is I know exactly what's going on, and I have a permanent solution to share with you. Our engineering department has developed a video that, again, will better explain this at a high level and save us a lot of time. And I'll play that video for you right now. So, Mr. Thomas, what did you think of that video? Yeah, it's very informative. It brings these big concepts and these complicated problems and makes them very simple and easy to understand. And as you can see, our solutions are going to be permanent solutions. So we have three solutions for you, and one is going to be the AquaStop. The whole solution itself is going to be the AquaStop crawl space system. So that system is composed of a few things. One that's going to be sealing off all the existing vents that you have down there, because we need complete encapsulation. We need a complete environment that nothing can come in or out, so then we can control and change that environment. The next step is we're going to be putting some AquaStop wall liner along the walls of the crawl space, and we're going to be riveting that to the wall so it's nice and secure. And then we're going to be overlapping this AquaStop wall liner so that it fully covers and there are no exposures, so it fully seals that. This is an example of what it'll look like when we're done. So you can see it's very clean, and it covers not only just the ground but all the columns in there. It is custom made to your crawl space, so it's going to fit just like a glove. And then lastly, our next thing what we'll do is we're going to put the AquaStop air system, and that's going to compose of a dehumidifier as well as an air scrubber. And what that'll do is not only clean the air and create an environment so that fungi cannot grow, but it'll also keep the humidity at a perfect 55%, and that keeps it well below what fungi needs to grow. So that will be creating the perfect environment for you. With the service plan that we offer, we also will come out on a yearly basis and check the system, make sure it's working properly, clean the filters so you never have to go down there and worry about any maintenance. And then lastly, before we're done, we will build and create a custom crawl space door for you. This door is made out of a very strong and inorganic material. That's important because organic material will not only decomposes over time, but that's what also feeds fungi. And so this material is going to be waterproof, heat resistant. It's actually military grade, and we customize it to your crawl space so it creates a perfect sealed environment. Does that sound like a permanent solution that you'd like to move forward with? Okay, great.